Make sure y'all, when y'all come in, make sure y'all hit that like button real fast for me. Hit the like button for me. So somebody sent me this video, and I'm gonna actually tell y'all who sent me the video. You know, I tell y'all all the time, y'all can send me videos that y'all want me to react to. And today, Jonathan Post sent me this video. So shout out to Jonathan Post. If you're listening, I'm doing this for you. So Judge Joe Brown comes out and says any man locked up for over 14 months, there's a 92% chance that he have done this. Now, this is really interesting and this is very scary. Now, I done listened to a little snippet of this and I wasn't ready for what Judge Joe Brown had to say. Now, this got to happen. Well, let me just play the video and close my mouth.
According to reports from the Justice Department, more than 200,000 prisoners are sexually abused every year, right? When someone is raped in prison, there is a high probability that they contact some type of disease along with mental damage from that traumatic experience. How does release inmates who have been raped impact the physical and mental health of the communities they return to?
Okay, I'll talk about that. I was a judge, got elected to 2 8-year terms, criminal court judge in Memphis. And at the time I was presiding on the bench in Memphis, Memphis had the dubious distinction of being number 5 in the nation in absolute numbers of state criminal charges that were prosecuted or resolved. It was Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, Dallas, Memphis, Houston, Miami, and Detroit in that order. Now, 1991 and 2, CDC, the Centers for Disease Control, sent a special hit team to Memphis because of the extremely high incidence of HIV that had developed in the penal system in Memphis. Memphis has.
So what he's talking about right now is that in Memphis, Tennessee, there has been a spike, a huge spike with HIV dominating the black community down there. And he's telling y'all what is the cause of this. And what he's alluding to, well, I can't even say that he's alluding to. He's saying that men that go to prison is messing around with men in prison and they getting out having sex with women and they spread and it's like wildfire.
Or Shelby County, where Memphis is located, has the dubious distinction of having more inmates than any other county in the entirety of the United States. It's got a federal maximum security facility, a state medium and minor facility, and county facilities and juvenile facilities. Well, I wound up being the administrative judge for the criminal court, so I was in charge of what was going on. And what came out, thanks to a sister who went astray, Catherine Bowers, now deceased, she got a legislative act passed that required that somebody 18 to 25 who was locked up, sentenced, would have to be tested for STDs upon registration in the institution and upon release. So what CDC found out was that you were having 4 to 6% going in HIV positive, and after 3 months, 90 days, you were getting somewhere around 64, 66% HIV positive.
Hold on, Fire. You said it went from 4% to 60-something
Yeah,
percent?
because what was going on is if somebody had been incarcerated for 9 months, there was a 92% probability that they had engaged in either voluntary or involuntary homosexual contact with some other inmate.
You ladies out there, I don't know because I was locked up north. But down there in Tennessee, Alabama, in them southern states, I don't know what's wrong with them cats. Them dudes are extra freaked out down there. it's like they're super freaky. And it's like these cats, what it stems from is these dudes don't got no discipline. These cats don't have no type of restraint. This man just said, basically, if you take 10 men and put them in prison down there in Tennessee, 8 of them men is going to involve themselves in some type of homosexual activity down there. I don't know what's up with these dudes in the South that be so goddamn freaky like that.
The bad problem is that what was going on in, say, Memphis is in certain areas of Memphis, you had a situation where 9 out of every 11 male blacks between 18 and 29 were not just on probation or parole, but were actually incarcerated. So what wound up happening is you had 8 out of every 13 females in the same group had the problem. But what was going on is the 2 out of 11 that had already done time were out there dealing with the remaining 4 women out of that group who were not on probation or parole. Typically, women didn't get the time. They got put on probation or parole more so than the guys. So you had a massive HIV problem. And I would have every last Thursday in the month reserved for petitions to suspend remainder of sentence.
What he's saying is that a lot of these dudes is going to prison and engaging in homosexual activities, catching HIV, and then they get out and they sleeping with these women and giving these women HIV. And then the cycles continues.
Where people were locked up in the county system where I still had jurisdiction. So I can remember one instance where I had like 23, 24 people applying for petitions to suspend remainder of sentence on this one particular Thursday. And 11 of them were interesting because I'm reading their reports and they had each had homosexual contact with each other, and all of them were HIV positive. So their defense lawyers wanted to approach the bench and ask me as the court not to publish this. I said I'd take it under advisement.
So basically what he's saying is you got all these cats, all these dudes that is petitioning the court to get out early release. And in a file, they all been bumping and grinding and they all got HIV. And they want to get out. They all want to get out and they all been having sex with each other. But they don't want the judge to disclose that they've been in here having sex with each other and they got HIV. Ain't that a trip?
Now I'm listening to all of these women come in and they wanted their man back so they could take up habitation with him again and, set up the family. So instead of dealing with them one at a time, I dealt with all of them and reserved ruling. And I called all of these women back up. I was pretty good with names then. So I said, Miss Thompson, Miss Jackson, Ms. Willis, Miss So-and-so, would you please come back to the bar there?
What Judge Joe Brown is saying now is that all these homosexual men that was fronting to the woman outside in the real world that was holding them down while they was in there holding down another man while catching HIV. He told these women saying, oh, let my man out. Let my man out. He needs to be home with his family. Not knowing that while he was in there, while you was holding him down and your family, he was in there bumping and grinding, sword fighting with other men. And now he got HIV and the women don't even know this. And the judge is telling them like, I need for y'all to come approach the bench right quick. because y'all need to know something right quick about these men that y'all trying to have go free, that you want to open your legs up to. Let me let you know what they've been in here doing.
Now, each of you has indicated that you wish to take back up with the individuals you have testified in support of. Is that correct, ma'am? Ma'am? So, okay. The court has been asked not to reveal this, but the court must, in the interest of public safety, disclose to you the fact that each of these individuals that you have testified in support of is HIV positive.
Bam.
4 of them have active cases of AIDS.
Do y'all see this? And thank you, Jonathan Post, for sending me this video, because this is what needs to be said. Not all men that go to prison start sword fighting with cats and get HIV and AIDS. Not all. But a lot of cats do. And then they sit up here and play these military mind games with these women. So the woman thinking, oh, I just can't wait for my man to get home. And then she sleep with this man and he ain't using no condom, being irresponsible and selfish, and then infecting this woman. And now the woman got HIV or AIDS. This is ridiculous.
And that means, and what I'm saying, all hell you have testified in support of is HIV positive. 4 of them have active cases of AIDS. And that means, and what I'm saying, oh, hell no, ma'am, please. What that means is if you have sex with them, you are dead. There is no known cure. This is like 93, 94. And the court feels that it must apprise you of the danger. See, but that was a regular thing. So you're looking at all of these people that are going for bad, and they've been booty busting each other. And see, not only that, there was another thing too, which dealt with rape. What was happening was,
so I want to answer this question right quick. Felix said that's crazy. Put them in a system that butt breaks them, then release them back to the woman. That's a cold racist game. But here's the thing. Accountability, right? Are you saying that the white man is forcing them to engage in these homosexual acts? Because if that's what you're saying, that's totally wrong. Because I didn't engage in homosexual acts when I was locked up. There's many men that I know that was locked up that did not engage in homosexual acts. These dudes that engage in these acts while locked up, they just have no discipline. They already been like that and it just came out in that way. You know what I mean? So we can't blame the system because these dudes want to be all freaked out and freaky. You can't blame the system because everybody don't program that way. These dudes have a choice to not sleep with men while locked up, or period. But the thing is, why put your woman at risk? That means these cats don't give a dang about their woman at all. You know that you got something that you can't get rid of, that they ain't got a cure about? That's crazy. But Fela, you are right with your next question. You are right, because this is what the judge is about to talk about the cats that get it taken from them and get violated, because that is true. Some cats can't fight back and they not strong enough to fight a man off them, and then that man end up giving them HIV. So you're right. I give you that. You know, I'm fair with it. I got you. And this is what the judge is about to talk about.
they've been booty busting each other. And see, not only that, there was another thing too, which dealt with rape. What was happening was very interesting. I'm not talking about these cases where it was a dispute over somebody said they were going to pay somebody's rent, so somebody got mad when they didn't and accused them of rape. I'm talking about when you had an actual rapist, and this has been going on longer than when I was on the bench because I was a criminal defense lawyer. So I would have somebody that, got a bogus case, somebody's mad at him and then they recant the rape accusation. And then I've got the ones that I know actually did something. All right. Invariably, what happened to them that I knew from being their defense lawyers and what I had as a continuing situation that I had to deal with as a judge was that somebody was walking along the streets in the projects and 4, 5, 6 guys jumped him. They stuck a pistol to his head and they just knocked him out and drug him into an abandoned apartment in the projects. And they hadn't lost the taste for what was going on in the jail. And they raped him.
Hold on. You talking about dudes raping dudes on the street?
Yeah. So they'd rape him. And as a matter of vengeance, to scapegoat somebody else, he would rape a woman later. Now, the other thing I knew from being a defense lawyer for a long time.
Okay, we're not going to just glide by that like we just didn't hear what just was just said. The judge just said that there's men that done developed a taste for taking men's butts in prison, and they get out here in the real world and don't want to be with a woman, and they do this to men out here on the street. It's like you ain't safe in the penitentiary. You ain't safe out here in the streets. That's why you got to be physically. Listen, my motto was this. I stay ready so I don't have to get ready. You have to be physically fit. You have to continuously work out. When you walk outside your house, you got to understand, outside is the terror dome. Outside, when you outside in the real world, it's the terror dome. It's only the strong survive. Imagine you walking down the street and somebody busts you upside the head and drag you into a building where there's 5 other men just waiting on you, and you are a man, and they violate you in the worst way that you could ever be violated. That's why I said, yo, this world is crazy. This is why when y'all hear me say the terror dome, this is the terror dome. That's right. Walk around with that sword of justice. You know what I mean? Walk around with something that'll get somebody up off you. If you can't legally carry, you know what? Carry your sword of justice. Pull that sword of justice out and get the poking. That's how you get somebody up off you. These cats is ridiculous. So that's why I say, yo, you have to stay ready so you don't have to get ready, so you don't have to worry about cats running up on you. And you, listen, I told y'all my motto. When I got locked up, 2 things. I said that I'm not becoming a homosexual and I'm not dying up in here. And that's it. I'm not becoming a homosexual and I'm not dying. So if you try to impose your will or intrude in my life that'll compromise my 2 golden rules of me not becoming a homosexual and me not dying, if you don't get out my way, I'm going through you. Self-preservation is number 1. Only the strong survive. And let's get this clear. The average man cannot take on 3 or 4 men of fighting them off. I can handle 2 men with ease. That's light. I can handle 2 men with my capabilities. I can fight off 2 men. I can do that with no problem. Piece of cake. But when you start getting 3, 4, 5 men coming at you, that's a different ball game. So that's why you got to pull out that sword of justice and even the odds. Because when that sword of justice come out, it ain't no more talking. It's just immediate violence. My whole thing like this, I'm a man of peace. But if I got to get violent, I'm going to get violent. Because I'm going to choose me every time. I choose me every time. And sometimes you just got to get down. And when you getting down, it's self-preservation is a must. And like I said, I had two rules. I'm not becoming a homosexual because I'm a straight man, and I just don't. What they do is what they do, and I'm not with it, and I'm not dying in here because I got one life to live. But if you try to make me homo, I got to do something to you. If you try to take my life, I got to do something to you. And that's what it is. I stay ready so I don't got to get ready.
Time was this. You'd get these idiots that weren't raised right. So mama would come in at 15 when he was 15 and retain you to represent him in juvenile proceedings. So it'd be money coming in, pay your secretary, pay your rent, and all of your expenses and stuff like that. So by the time this guy got 18, 19, mama wasn't paying so much anymore. He'd have 4 women come in. So you're getting money from 4 women, different women, to represent him. Okay. He'd do his first serious time where he'd actually do 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 months and get out. The next time you saw him, it wouldn't be the 4 women. It would be 1 or 2 women and 3 dudes that were paying for him. And it was funny because over and over again, what would happen is the women would come in a month or 2. Lloyd Brown, I want my money back. Well, you can't get it back. I've signed on the jacket. What's the problem? That no good, Jamal. Look, let me tell you something. I started noticing all my Kotex were gone. And then I figured out, what is his butt bleeding like that for? And then I found out he was dealing with these 4 sissies down at the other end of the hallway in the same building I'm in, and then coming down trying to deal with me.
So, Judge, there's a real scary part to it because I'm not saying all. I don't want to be clear, right? But there are a lot of women within our community that have a infatuation with people who are in and out of prison.
I know. So if you're dealing with that, remember, 92% probability if they've been in there for 14 months that they've had voluntary or involuntary homosexual conduct or contact.
And I'm gonna tell you what that come from. Nashville, Tennessee. You got some explaining to do, brother. I'm not saying you, but since you the only one here from Tennessee, this is what Judge Joe Brown is talking about. He said down there in Memphis, not Nashville, but in Memphis. I don't know how they doing it up in Nashville, but in Memphis, Tennessee, he's saying 92% of men that go to prison is sword fighting. And it's scary. And up north, yes, it goes on. True enough. But at the rate that they saying that is going down there in the South, what's up with these dudes being so freaked out like that? That percentage is really high. And me being from up north, it's like, yo, I know it's some freaked out dudes that's even up north, but that is so small and so little, and because it's a lot of things that we just don't stand for or play with. You got your little gay guys that run around. You got your lifers or dudes that's like, okay, this is who I am and this is what I'm going to do. And you got your cats that's in the closet that, they play around with them boys. But for the most part, most dudes that I've been around, we shun that. You know what I'm saying? We don't tolerate that. And it's like, if you do that, that's you. You ain't about to be walking around the dormitory like that. So it's like, when at the end of the day, these cats got lack of discipline. These dudes is just out here just, I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with the South. We need some people from the South to get up here in this comment section and explain what's going on here. Because this is madness.
Sag, bagged, and dragged is a good indication. Your pants holding down. First time I saw that was 1980. It was July. My law partner had died behind some mess representing some people in the drug cartel, all right? So I had filed for this delayed appeal on one of his clients that I was appointed to handle, all right? It's 105 degrees. This is the main penitentiary up in Nashville, and the air conditioning had broken down in the attorney-client visitation room. So if you didn't mind being out on the yard with them, they'd let you interview them out in the yard. So I've got a yellow tablet, and I'm out there taking notes on this guy's delayed appeal. So I looked up, and I saw somebody with pants hung down off his behind and a loose shirt tied in a knot in the front. So what the hell is that? And ordinarily, since they can't wear belts, these guys get these tailored jeans and stuff. He said, "Oh, Lawyer Brown, it's like this, man. You mean the dude with his pants hung down like that, man?" It's like, look, all of us up in here doing long time of life, man, we got everything up in here except some soft booties. So we making them. That's man pussy over there.
And like I said, lack of discipline. Lack of discipline. These dudes is freaked out. These cats is just freaky. No discipline. I know probably 15 lifers that I done ran across. Now, I don't know what these cats did behind closed doors. I don't know that, I only can speak for myself and my bunkie and a couple dudes down from my cells, right? That they didn't engage in this homosexual lifestyle. These dudes will make sex dolls. These dudes will make what y'all would call, for the prison dudes, it's called a fifi, right? You got freaky books with like adult books up in there. All men ain't in there playing military mind games like that. Or should I say penitentiary mind games? Like, yo, these dudes done gave themselves off to wickedness. Welcome, and this is when I say welcome to the Terror Dome. I'm about to rewind what the judge just said. And this is why I say welcome to the Terror Dome. Because y'all just entered the Terror Dome. Not the Twilight Zone, the Terror Dome.
Time of life, man, we got everything up in here except some soft booties. So we making them. That's man pussy over there. See, he doing short time. So that's the signal to everybody to bust him out, turn him out. See them over there with the dresses and the wigs and the weaves. We gonna turn them into that. So see them trees over there with his pants like that, man. When the guards ain't around, we bend them down, pull them down, get down. And when he on the block, man, like we don't let him wear his pants, man, and he don't get to wear no panties. That shirt, that be his dress, man. We already done made him some jewelry up metal shop, and Jamal got his baby sis sending him some mascara, rouge, lipstick, eyeshadow, and plastic nails. We girling dude out. So in the 1980s, when you were sagged and bagged, that meant you're doing short time, turn him out. Make the booty wide open so anybody can do it. By the 1990s, it had morphed into that person belongs to somebody important. And you saw all these dudes getting buffed out from pumping iron. That's so if anybody was busting them out, it was by choice rather than just taking it. So you get all these folks, the lower the sag, the cooler the dude. No, you just look like you've been booty busted off in the joint. This has been going on for 45, 44 years. So what is it that is being shown? See, this thing spreads through the Black community. It spreads through the mainstream community.
To the point where it's seen cool as doing time.
Yeah. Like, man, you don't understand. Tell Jamal, man, he don't know what time it is, man. He got to do his time for, it's a man thing, so you got to understand. No. Why do you say you have to be in the slave quarters before you can understand manhood? That's because you've never dealt with a man. See, everybody that's being a man got a job. He a little raggedy. His car's not cool. And mama's sitting up there. Look here. Mama done give you all this good loving. I know you got something for me. And then he comes by there. You better hurry up. You better get what you gonna get. You ain't gonna wallow up in this for that little piece of change all night long. And Hardly got up, wiped himself off, got to his ride, parked behind the dumpster, and he's left. And mama's on the phone, baby, you know that ring you wanted down in American loan? Well, mama needs some good loving. You come over here tonight, give mama some good loving. We go shopping tomorrow. So the kid is watching somebody hustle his mama. Mama willingly gets hustled. And the guy that's got the job acting like a man, he's looking down on him. So I had a remarkable achievement, which was the statewide recidivism rate was universally about 80%. In my courtroom, it had dropped down to 18, and it was dropping when I retired in 2000. And what I was doing was showing these boys manhood and duty, honor, obligation, accountability. And 25 years later, 30 years later, I get folk walking up to me with a lot of gray hair. Judge, you remember me? No, I don't. Well, you gave me some time. Did I give you enough? Yeah, but it was that manhood thing. I'm a grandfather now, and you know, all my grandchildren, I make them stay in school. I don't pay any.
You know, I don't. You said no disrespect, but I'm not black. But it seems like this is prevalent in the black community. It is prevalent. But I'm gonna give you my of what I done noticed when I was locked up. I'm not going to make excuse for the black men that turn into predators, like gay predators in prison. I'm not making no excuse because there's no excuse for that. That's just a lack of discipline and you just a freaked out dude. You just a freaky dude. One would say this goes all the way back to slavery and slavery trauma and this and that. But again, I wasn't in there being freaky. I wasn't no freaked out dude. There's plenty of dudes in there that wasn't acting freaky and freaked out. So you can't just say as a whole that everybody does this because everybody don't. So you cannot use that as the slavery syndrome thing because not everybody does it. But here's the thing: what I have learned, and when I say not all, but a lot of white dudes that get locked up, a lot of them are drug addicts. Most white cats that get locked up are drug addicts. And they get locked up for drug-related crimes. They don't get locked up for violent crimes, okay? A lot of black dudes that get locked up and Latinos, they get locked up for violent crimes, violent offenses, you know, assault and batteries, gun charges, murders, right? And keep in mind, there are a lot of white cats that get locked up for violent crimes also. But the mass majority are cats that's there for drugs. So you got to take that into account that a lot of people that grow up, they don't grow up fighting. A lot of white cats are docile. It's like when, you know how you ever heard that saying, when a man walk into a room full of punks? Well, when a real man walk into a room, you can tell who the dude is, like who the boss is. When the boss walk into the room, you can figure out quickly who the boss is. It's just like that. When you get like a bunch of white cats in a room together, and you bring a black man in there, like a real black man, the whole atmosphere changes, right? It's like the black man got a little edge over the white cat in prison. Now, if you ain't been locked up before, you don't know what I'm talking about. But people that's locked up, and I said the average white cat, the average. Now, there are dudes now, I'm going to keep it real. There is some hitters out there, some white hitters that is with the business. I'm not talking about them, but they are few. That is a few of them. But the mass majority of these white cats is they just drug addicts, and they not really about that. So this is how they become victims to blacks that's preying on them. And if the hitter white cats don't pick them up and be like, yo, y'all rocking with us, then they prey. And to be honest, a lot of white gangs that I seen, if you wasn't about your business, they'll leave you out there to the wolves. if you didn't defend and take up for yourself, they didn't want you. So, you know, it was a dog-eat-dog world in there. So all I'm saying is that, yo, when it comes down to it, you got to be a man. And Fela, you said, Fela, how do you know I'm white? Because you said this. You said, no disrespect, but I'm not black. But it seems like this is a prevalent in the black community. So that's why I guess he's assuming that you're white, but you could be Arabic. I don't think that you Chinese, because I don't think I got one Chinese person that listens to my channel, even though I don't say nothing against Chinese people. I like Chinese people. But I guess that was the answer right there. He said, Dante not gonna keep it all the way real. He an ex-con of YouTube. They don't usually put black people first. Sorry, they just don't. No, but it is what it is. I am keeping it real. I always keep it real. And I can't believe you said that, Fela Speaks. I am keeping it real. The biggest predators in prison are black men. And that's it. The biggest predators in prison are black men. And it can be for a lot of various reasons. But when it comes down to it, there's predators in all races. Because you got predators in white races. You got predators in the Latino community. So it's like at the end of the day, when it really boils down to is who you are as a man and what you gonna stand for, what you not gonna stand for. And that's really it. But listen, check this out. And I get it, because I grew up in the streets. I grew up in the streets of Flint, Michigan. The streets, Detroit, in Atlanta. And I'm not talking about this new Atlanta that's going on. I'm talking about back in the 90s Atlanta. Out there in the projects and boarding homes. That's the Atlanta streets that I'm talking about. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is that when at the end of the day, it comes down to who you are and what you're going to stand for and what you're not going to stand for. And like I said, I had two rules when I got locked up every time. That number one, I'm not becoming a homosexual. Number two, I'm not dying up in here. So if anybody try to invade or impede on them two things, it is what it is. Somebody got to die. Somebody got to get airlifted up out of there. Somebody got to go to the hospital. I'm going all the way out because you only got one life, right? And there's certain things that should not be taken away from you if you don't want that being taken away from you. Now, it's cats, fair enough, that rock and roll that way, that like to play the prison mind games and playing, sword fighting with other dudes. If that's what you into, that's what you into. But y'all can't put that on everybody. But there's a lot of cats that's just not with that. It's just some cats that got that discipline inside of them to be like, y'all, I'm not messing with that, man. I'd rather jack off every day for the rest of my life than go up inside of a punk. And that's real talk right there. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is the reason why I even showing this video is because there's a cat by the name of Jonathan that emailed me and said, you need to do a reaction video about this. I've been sitting on this for a couple of days. And I said, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to put it out there because there's a lot of women that be desperate, that be clinging on to these men that be in prison and not knowing that they got HIV and they coming home without no protection and dropping D off into these women and giving them HIV. You say, well, God dang, Donta, you being kind of harsh. No, I'm not being harsh or nothing. This is light. What I really want to say, I can't say, because they might shut this video down. What I'm actually saying is, if your man has been in prison or in the county jail for an extended amount of time, go get checked out. Y'all both go to the clinic. Ask him to see his medical charts. If y'all already gonna be together, Ask him to see his medical charts, and you show yours too. That's all I'm saying. If you want to be with somebody and they're in prison, matter of fact, even outside of prison, because this cat's out here doing the most out here in the real world. If you want to be intimate with somebody right now, it needs to be mandatory that y'all both go to the clinic and run them blood tests and run them HIV tests and all STD tests before y'all lay down with each other. Because I know a cat right now, I'm not saying that he messed around with a man and got herpes. I don't know. But I know he ended up contracting herpes and he ended up giving it to his wife. He ended up giving it to his wife so that she wouldn't leave him. And he flipped it on her and said that she gave it to him when he the one was out here doing foul. Right? So, hey, it is what it is. Take it how you want to take it. Yeah, a new meaning to paperwork in 2024. You're right. I need to see, I'm married, right? And I like to believe that my wife ain't stepped out on me. You know what I'm saying? And she know that I ain't stepped out on her. So I ain't got to worry about that. But for the people that's out there single and dating or in a relationship and you got a sneaky link, oh yeah, we finna go there. Oh yeah, we about to go there all the way. Can I go in? No homo, because you know we got to say that now. But can Donta go in right quick to address you cats out there that want to be sneaky? And I'm talking to you women too, because you women got sneaky links too. So while you out there being sneaky and not keeping it at home, what about your sneaky link out there freaking? Because you ain't the only person that he freaking or she freaking on. What about that? Your sneaky link out there freaking on somebody and they catch HIV. And now, since you call your sneaky link up because you just won't get out of the relationship that you in, right? And now that person give you HIV, then you turn around and sleep with your partner and you get him HIV, then what? Y'all acting like these diseases that stopped and went away. Don't y'all know that the Bible says, the Holy Scripture says that you don't supposed to be fornicating? Don't y'all know that the wages of sin is death? But you cats want to be out here playing these military mind games. Like, oh, this just my sneaky link. That's my stink. All right, go. When you up there and you got this discharge coming out of your vagina, or you got this discharge coming out of your penis, keep on. Oh, that's my stink. Y'all love playing games. Over here at the Donta Show Network, we ain't playing no more games. Y'all got to start being accountable. Because y'all too freaky out here. Y'all are freaked out. No discipline. Like, if you with somebody that's not satisfying you, that number one, that shouldn't be the only reason why you with somebody, because of their looks of what they can do for you. A lot of people just rush in these relationships and just imagine. I'm talking to the women, because most men, well, men and women, you know, they lose their virginity at a younger ages anyway. But just imagine if you a woman, right? And you never gave that thing away to nobody. You a virgin. And you really stuck to that. I'm not going to give my virginity to anybody. I'm going to give it to my husband. But let's say your husband was this dirty dog, and he got an STD that he can't get rid of. Imagine if he got herpes right down there. So on the wedding night, right, when it's time to consummate the wedding, he has a breakout. And you want to do all these things to your man and you can't even do it. Y'all better stop being so goddamn freaky. Because that's the problem. Y'all so damn freaky. Keep it at home. It's not that hard. But what do I know? What do Donta know? I do know this, though. I do know this. We done reached 100K subscribers. I do know that, though. We done reached 100K subscribers. Oh yeah, we did, y'all. We done reached 100K subscribers. You know, for the people that were saying, oh, Donta, we don't want to hear your stories. Don't nobody want to listen to what you got to say. Oh, but 100,000 people did, because we got the plaque. We got the plaque. Oh yeah, we got the plaque. Like I said, listen, and it's not me trying to discipline nobody or talk down on anybody because I'm married. Because yes, I could have been in that situation too. I was a dog out here. When I lost my virginity, I was a dog off the leash. But that was 20 years ago. I lost my virginity 20 years ago when I was 16. When a man get older, a man must change his ways and become. When y'all remember that group called Boys to Men? Y'all remember that? Listen to that. You are a boy, and then you become a man. The Holy Scriptures tells us that when I was a child, I did childish things. Now that I am a man, I put away them childish things. Y'all ain't trying to hear that. Y'all ain't trying to hear that. And my Quest Foster, you right. I am a freaked out dude. In my bedroom with my wife, the one I'm supposed to be freaked out with. My freaked outness ain't for the world to see. My freaked outness is not for everybody to know about. What I do in my bedroom is my business. And what y'all do in your bedroom supposed to be your business, but y'all like putting your business out there for the world to see. So, oh, I'm not playing a pause game. It is what it is. I know who I am. I know what I like, and I know what I don't like. And I know what I'm going to stand for and what I'm not going to stand for. So, like I said, we in this thing. Pause. That's crazy, ain't it? That's crazy. Why do straight heterosexual men have to make other men feel comfortable and say pause? I'm not changing my speech. I'm not changing the way that I talk for nobody. If you want to take it out, oh, Donta said something homo, well, it is what it is. It is what it is. Because like I said, I'm going to do what I do regardless. I'm going to do, listen, we in 2024. The craziest thing about 2024 and the madness that goes on in this world is that people always want to put that gay jacket on a straight man, right? When we in 2024, when these cats are just coming out of the closet left and right. And if you're a straight man, it's like they want you to be, you know what I'm saying? They want you to rock and roll the other way. But, man, it's it's crazy. No, I don't. But if I did, no, I don't. But if I did, what about you, Marquez Foster? What about you? Do you got a wife? Do you got a girlfriend? Because if you do, let your wife go through your phone. I can give my wife my phone anytime that she asks. But let's go see what you've been looking up, Marquez Foster. Let's see what you've been looking up. Let's see what you type in on your porn browser. What type of freaked out games that you be watching? You catch me so quick. You catch me so quick. But you know it's all good. But I'll tell you what, Marquez Foster, you better make sure you hit that like button of all things. You better make sure you hit that like button. Now check this out, y'all. Check this out. I started my 4 other channels, right? I started my 4 other channels. So I started my prank call channel. We already got about 15 videos up over there. And if y'all like prank calls, make sure y'all go check out that channel. My movie channel, I got that uploaded, and I got my sketch channel uploaded, and I got my reaction videos uploaded. Okay, I'm gonna have, when this video go off, I'm gonna have it pinned up. The links to all my other channels pinned up in the comment section. Okay, just go over there, click on it, subscribe, watch the videos. Also, I charge $100 per video to promote your social media channel, whether it's TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, it don't matter. If you got a business that you want me to promote and shout out your business and direct people to your online business or the business in your area, because this channel reach everywhere, all across the world. Matter of fact, y'all do me a favor. Let me know where y'all are from in the comment section so I can show people something. You know, it don't matter. If you got a product that you want to send to me, you want me to promote like this, ex-felons lives matter, you know, send it to me. I promote it, but it's $100 per video. And somebody might say, yo, Dante, why you hitting people over the head with that price? Because of this. Because of this. Because we reached 100,000 subscribers, and now Dante time is money. Now, I'm not going to hit you over the head all the time, but, you know, if you spend with me, I'll work with you. See, we got Texas in the building. We got Utah in the building. We got Newark, New Jersey in the building. San Bernardino, California in the building. KC, Montana. Is that Montana? Yeah. Connecticut. Detroit, all the way up in the building. That great 313. 7 Mile and Gratiot. Who else up in here? We got New York. Yeah. Yeah, we got Michigan. We up in here, y'all. But I know one thing, y'all must. And when I say y'all must hit that like button. We got to get to 1 million subscribers, y'all. Listen, we already got 100,000. We got to 100,000, y'all. We done got to 100,000 subscribers. Now we need to get to 1 million. Y'all make sure y'all share these videos. And make sure y'all hit the like button. We got Chicago all the way up in the building. We got Tulsa, Oklahoma, Cincinnati, Kansas City, Missouri. Yeah, we here, y'all. And like I said, if y'all like the prank calls and other because I'm not doing on this channel right here, I'm not doing no more reaction videos. I'm not doing no prank calls on here. I'm not doing no skits. I made a channel for my skits, my movies, my prank calls, and my reaction videos. I'm going to have it pinned up in the comment section at the top so y'all can find it. Because on this channel right here, I'm only going live and I'm giving y'all stories. That's it. All the other content is for the other channels that I'm going to have pinned in the comment section at the top when this live go off. But on another note, I got to get ready to roll. So Dante love y'all. Y'all can tell me y'all love me back. No homo. But Dante love y'all. And I'm about to roll out. And shout out to Philly. You said me and the Stark dude is funny. Yeah, you know, that chapter is done. That chapter is over. But y'all, did you have fun watching that back and forth? It was entertaining. Oh, it was definitely entertaining. The piece of fat boy leave you alone. I guess he fell back. But it was real entertaining. Thank you, Louise Atkinson. Dante, love you too. Oh, we didn't finish what the judge say. I don't think he was saying nothing really more about that. But y'all make sure y'all go check out, if y'all want to see this video in its entirety, the name of the channel is called I Never Knew TV. I Never Knew TV. If y'all want to see that Judge Joe Brown video in its entirety, go check it out. All right. All right, y'all.